We've got a list of early breakouts right now on Fantasy Football Today in 5. Dave is rusty. He usually holds up 5 fingers when I set him up for that, but he didn't do it. It's been a while.
You weren't looking.
You were late. You were late.
No, I was on time, exactly as I meant to be.
We're working on our chemistry. Filling in for Chris Towers, I'm Adam Azer. That's Dave Richard. Let's talk about some early breakouts for 2023. Give me the first one on your list.
This is a receiver who I've been over the moon with for a while, and watching him play with inferior quarterbacks last year makes me even more encouraged because I think he'll get a great upgrade at quarterback this year. Of course, I'm talking about Garrett Wilson with the New York Jets. I like a lot of the second-year receivers, but he's the one that I think could end up being the best of the bunch and finish as a top 12 guy. I think he's going to command a ton of targets. He's great at getting open. We talked about that earlier in the week when it came to Jerry Jeudy and how open he was getting and how there were opportunities lost. There were opportunities lost for Garrett Wilson in New York last year. I think they'll come around. The better the upgrade they make at quarterback, the more excited I'll be about Garrett Wilson. I think we're drafting him to be a top 15 receiver in fantasy next August.
All right. Give me another breakout. Number 2.
My second favorite breakout rookie wide receiver is one who barely played in 2022. It's Jameson Williams of the Detroit Lions. I love the direction that the Lions offense is going in. Jared Goff, comfortable in a pocket that's well protected, and this is his best downfield threat. We saw him scoot past plenty of defenders last year. I think it happens again this coming season. And Jameson Williams, a discount compared to Garrett Wilson, and might be a little inconsistent along the way, but a year removed from his ACL injury, I think he ends up being just fine. The type of receiver that you draft is a high-end number 3 and might end up finishing as a middle-of-the-pack number 2.
Okay, number 2, number 3. Give me number 3 on the breakout list.
I'm going to give another receiver, and not a second-year receiver, but Jacoby Myers is the top name on the chart amongst free agent wide receivers. It's a little bit different than veteran wide receivers that are going to get cut or traded, but he's the top name that's definitely going to shake free, assuming the Patriots don't do something crazy like franchise him. And I think he could be in line to get overly paid, but also pick up a bigger role in a better offense somewhere along the way in this league. So I think Jacoby Myers, we know him to be a good, sure-handed slot receiver. I think that role can expand, and I think he can actually be a helpful number 3 fantasy receiver, even in non-PPR leagues.
Yeah, I don't know, man. He just Jamie compared him to Christian Kirk, that he could be this slot guy.
I don't know if he can be that good.
Yeah, I don't really
I didn't think Christian Kirk would be that good.
That's true. Yeah, nobody did. Nobody thought he'd be as good as he was, or he would have been drafted much earlier. But I'm not sure I see breakout potential for Jacoby Myers. It would just have to come in the form of a lot of targets. But is he really a difference maker as a player?
I think he's going to get the chance to prove that he is.
Okay. You have another breakout?
Last one, not a receiver, a running back. We all love running back breakouts. Kenneth Gainwell of the NFC champion Philadelphia Eagles. We saw his role expand in the playoffs. He's got something. He's good as a pass catcher out of the backfield. I know he's a little bit small. I do believe he will end up sharing in that Philadelphia backfield, but I wonder if he moves into a role where he's maybe the 1A and maybe it's like 1A minus type of a thing and a 1B plus where it's almost a 50-50 split. But I think the coaching staff trusts him in high leverage situations. And I think he's going to continue to get them with the Eagles. And we're drafting him after the midpoint in our mock so far. I think if we get to August and he's still not quite going in round 8, that's a steal. That's a guy who can end up being a starter for your fantasy team as the year rolls on.
And I'll just throw out everyone's favorite breakout, Trevor Lawrence. Nothing's going to stop Trevor Lawrence this year.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but he didn't really break out last year. He was good, but he wasn't great. He was 20.
It's an easy case to make.
Yeah.
Top 8 quarterback for sure. Awesome receiving core. Great type of play caller.
QB1
and a good talent.
Does he have QB1 potential?
No, I don't think he's got QB1 overall potential.
Okay. Thanks for watching and listening, everybody. We'll talk to you tomorrow on Fantasy Football Today in 5.